I like to do that. All right, we'll go ahead and call the meeting to order. Lisa, if you want to call the roll.
Richie Bowman.
Here.
Norman Brown.
Here.
Alton Fan.
Here.
Eva Warden.
Here.
Mike McCann.
Here.
Carl Pease.
Here.
Philip Lynn.
Here.
Ricky Greenberg.
Here.
Chuck Nichols.
Here.
All right, with the applicant not here at the time, we'll go ahead and go to staff reports. Do we have any kind of staff report?
No, sir.
All right. Then I think we need to elect new officers. To do that, I guess we need a motion for somebody to, who wants to be chairman?
I'll make a motion, Richie Bowman be chairman.
You retain.
Second to that motion.
Nobody else wants to nominate anybody? All right, so we've got a motion for Richie to continue with as chairman, and a second. So all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Anybody opposed? All right, so we need a secretary, is that what I heard?
Yes.
Do we have a motion for our nominee for secretary?
Who's been doing it?
You are secretary.
Okay. Make a motion, Lisa continues to do it.
I second.
We have a motion and a second to leave Lisa as a secretary. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
Do we need to do
Mr.
a vice chair? If someone's absent, or,
Code doesn't call for a vice chair,
okay.
but I think if the board wants to appoint among themselves a vice chair, there's nothing against it.
You can go either way, just if you're out, not here, who would step up to the plate?
Norman?
That'd be Norman.
If you're sitting beside.
Do we need that in a motion?
Yeah, if you want to have somebody officially in that spot,
Make a
nomination.
motion, Mr. Norman Brown be vice chair.
I'd second that. All right, so
There you go.
we have a motion and a second for Norman Brown to be our vice chair. All in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? All right.
Okay, Mr. Robertson did fill out an application for a reciprocation with a Metro Davidson County license. He called this morning. He was trying to make his way from Nashville, was hoping that he would be here in time for the meeting, but he is not. So it is up to you all if you want to defer him to another meeting or how you want to proceed with his application.
Can I ask a question? When we do a reciprocation from Nashville, do they have to come before us?
They do. Nashville requires our gentlemen to go before their board. They reciprocate with ours as well.
rest of it, you want to
But they do make our gentlemen go before the Nashville board. So it's kind of one of those, we make them come before our board to reciprocate as
They
well.
just have to come
Kind
on
of,
board, though.
Okay.
But our policy in the past has always been that they have to be here or we defer it. That's what we always handle everybody, so.
And the next meeting would be?
the next meeting wouldn't be till February, unless you guys would be willing, I mean, I don't know.
And that was going to be my question, would y'all entertain a special meeting if he insists? Now, it doesn't, we can wait and answer that if he insists, but, he could say, well, I need to have a meeting in December, so what we'll do, we'll just send an email and see if y'all are okay with that.
Why is he not here?
He called, he was trying to get here, he was in traffic coming from Nashville, so he said he was hoping he would be here on time, but he wasn't sure. He just wanted to let you guys know that he was trying to get here, so.
He called at 10 after 8, so I'm not sure what part of Nashville he lives in. If it's on the west side or east side, or...
Got a question. Is it okay for us to call him on the phone and maybe take care of it? Because I just didn't want to wait till February and then impeach his way of doing business here.
Wouldn't know who,
Just asking.
don't know that.
That would be,
how would you know if it was really him?
that's a good question, actually. I don't know. I know with with the pandemic orders that were out there, that the board itself could meet electronically for a while, but that order has expired. So I don't know what effect that would have on an applicant being able to meet virtually. So you see, I can see in the practical matter how it could present some difficulties as far as, getting that phone call recorded into the record.
Call him and see where he is. Do you have his phone number to call and see where he is? If he's 5 minutes out, or?
I don't want to give him this.
Is his phone
Have
number?
we ever done a reciprocation without them?
No, we haven't done anything without,
So we haven't.
we don't do anything if they're not in the chair.
So this, Mr. Chairman, this is a question before we actually entertain him on a phone call. Do we as a board have the authority to make this special exception? Does that need to come before under Robert rules that we had to make a motion to make the exception before we even conduct the business? Because I don't need to be calling him and then we're not sure what we're trying to do.
Well, I'm not saying, just saying where he is. See if he's 5 minutes out, or we can wait on him.
Yeah, I think to answer your question, if we have a policy or a regulation in place that they have to personally appear before the board, you're right, the board would have to vote on some sort of exception or suspension of that rule, which I believe the suspension of that type of rule would probably be by a simple majority vote.
Marcus with Cable did just say that they can plug him in to try to call him to where he could talk to you guys over, here to where you could hear him, and it could be recorded, the conversation, if you all want to try that.
It's a dangerous precedent.
Yeah. I just want to know where he was. If he's in the parking lot.
I would suggest we set a time that we're willing to wait, and don't step outside of our normal rules would be my recommendation. It's the way we've always done it ever since I've been here.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, some of the options you have for that, we can just leave the meeting open for a while and wait for them, or if you want to recess for, a certain amount of time, 15, 20 minutes, whatever the board decides on that, and then that way, we won't just be sitting here with the record open.
If everybody's good with that, let's recess and you want to say, give him to 9:20? That's 20 minutes more than,
Past it.
Mr. Chairman, I make a motion, we recess till 9:20.
Okay.
For that applicant to show up.
got a motion?
Second.
Motion and second, all in favor, say aye. Aye. All right, well, we'll go ahead and call the meeting of the
I couldn't remember.
the November meeting of the Board of Electrical Examiners back in order.
Yeah.
And we have an application for reciprocation with Metro Davidson County for Mr. DJ Robertson. All right. I guess the first question I've got, on your certificate of insurance, it don't show workman's comp. Do you have workman's comp insurance?
Yes, I do. It should have come in from two companies. One of them, it should have come in from Robin Insurance Company. That's our liability. The other is Burton Insurance Company. They sent it. I have not talked back with them
I see.
since they said they sent it. That's probably a couple weeks ago.
The one
We do
that
have it.
the permit clerk received and printed off, only got this one. So if we need to, we can have them resend the certificate.
Workers' comp. Thank you.
All right, does anybody else have any questions? No, we'll look for a motion.
Make a motion to approve the reciprocation.
Okay, we've got a motion. Do I have a second?
Second.
Motion and a second. All in favor say aye. Aye. Motion carries.
Thank you.
That was easy.
Looking forward to working with you, gentlemen. I sure appreciate that. We run a little small family-owned business, and there's some potential of some work here and we believe in abiding by all rules and regulations. I certainly appreciate you considering, and also especially my time frame trying to get here early.
Welcome to Murfreesboro.
Thank you.
All right, do we have any?
Be up there, if you'll just go up to the office. If you'll just go up to the office, I'll be up there
A
to...
motion to adjourn?
Motion to adjourn.
Second?
Second.
All in favor, say aye. Aye. We're adjourned.